Good morning, my little potato chips. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shock, and it's a lovely day today because it's this day, the day when I received my new Jack Wolf knife of the month, and I couldn't be happier. Full stop. It is gorgeous, and the nice thing about this, it's a Vampire Jack. We've had the Vampire Jack before earlier on in the last season. This is now the new Vampire Jack, and I this knife is just perfect. Fit and finish perfect. The color coordination in the scales that I've got this time is just beautiful. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's just get to what we normally get. If you've never received a Jack Wolf knife, by gosh, you're going to have a nice day if you get one of these. It's just beautiful. It comes in these beautiful boxes. They're embossed all the way round. And in the back of it, you get the story of Ben and his grandfather. I'll leave that there, and you can read that at your thing. But you'll get it in the box when it comes. And this one is the Vampire Jack in Fat Carbon Nebula, which is beautiful. And on the top, you just see that lovely embossed. It's just beautiful. So we'll get that out of the way. And then it comes in the tube with this artwork, which for me, and I can only speak for me, this is Vampire Jack going to take the throat of a lovely young lady and turn her into a vampire. This is some of the best artwork. And this is not Sean Tiffany. This is another artist. I can just show you it here because I can't pronounce his name. There you go. Art by J. Guns Art. I can't pronounce it, but that's the artist. What a beautiful piece of art. I love this. I love these little bats all around the top here. It just hits you. This is it. This is the Halloween knife, the Vampire Jack. Lovely. Again, the embossed tin. Look, when you're getting one of these knives, you're getting everything to the nth degree. I mean, Ben just wants you to have a complete experience, and that's what you get. Bullet hole in the bottom of the carton. I just think it's beautiful. So what do you get inside the carton? I'm setting this over the way here. Inside the carton, you will get a pog. And again, it's just the same art that's on the front. Beautiful piece of artwork. Lovely pog. You will get the Vampire Jack, and you'll get two of these, I believe. We got two the last time. Are we getting two this time? No, we're only getting one of these. Maybe you'll get two, but anyway. You get the lovely sticker, the vampire sticker. I like that. You will get a beautiful Jack Wolf Knives leather case, or slip, I should say, which is beautifully done. Really gorgeous. And I can show you the inside. It is a beautiful piece of leather slip. I just love them now. Really got their act, not that got their act together, they were always good, but I really love this darker color they seem to be producing, and I just adore that. And then you get this, your knife is wrapped in this beautiful big cloth, and it's got the Jack Wolf Knives logo on it, and it is massive. It's a massive big cloth. Great. I mean, I'm still on my original one. I've washed it, I've put it through the wash. You can see where it's been used when I've been doing cleaning or whatever. I mainly just use this one to wipe down blades, but it gets cut and nicked. I've washed this, I don't know, many times, and it's just the first one I've had. So the more you get, you'll not need another collection of cloths. I just love that. So there we go. You get all that plus the knife. If that wasn't enough, you get the knife as well. We'll leave that beautiful picture there of the young lady being devoured by Jack Wolf himself. Didn't think he had it in him. And here's a knife. Bang. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, you might say, Paddy, you've had a knife like that before. I have. I had the Big Bro Jack in that as well. So this is a bit sort of more garish and brighter. But I love this. But they're all going to be different. That's the joy. Nobody's going to get two of the same. But this is what I like with the old knives. You maybe got a ring, you got a ring around the bolster, top and bottom. our now signature is the 3 rings, but you've also got 2 at the bottom here. And I think it just makes it look so classy. This is the swell center coffin jack. You can see the coffin ends on them, which again have been chamfered all the way around. It looks like it wouldn't be comfortable in your hand. You have the hump here, and you also have the hump in the center. God, I'll let you hear that properly in a minute. You have the hump either side of it. You can see there. This, I can remember when this first came out, there was the fear of, are people going to like that? It is a bit different, you know. It doesn't look like it would be comfortable in your hand. And the joy now is, if you're worried about that, go back to the old videos and don't read or don't listen to what the reviewers say. Go into the comments and see what people have come back to them with on how comfortable this knife is, because you just want everybody's opinion. This is one of the most comfortable knives you will ever put in your hand. It's that comfortable, honestly. It really is just a beautifully comfortable knife. And I mean, at the beginning, I had my worries about it, but not anymore. And this pattern hides the humps a wee bit. Some of the other colours, you'll see them. It is quite prominent, but when it's in your hand, oh heavens, it is just a delight to use. It really is. I adore these 3 ring. Really am. The 3 ring bolsters are just beautiful, but to have the 2 down the bottom is even nicer. I can't get over it. Look at that spear point, drop point, daggerish type for Halloween. I mean, you just look at that. I explained it looked like a missile the first time I done it, and it still holds true today. When you hold that like that, it just looks like a missile. It just really does. I just love it, and that's exactly what it's like. It's just like a missile. Look at that beautiful tip down there. It's just a gorgeous knife. Hollow grind, as thin as you like behind the edge. I mean, I can do cut tests, but are they going to prove anything? Because most knives should be able to cut paper, but they don't cut it with that. Listen to that. Receipt paper. Just goes through it like it wasn't even there. You can barely hear it going through. So, the thing that gets me about all Jack Wolf knives is the walk and talk. Let's just have a look at the walk and talk. Let's have a listen. I'll shut up now. It's beautiful. And you can pinch it. You just get your finger in here and you just pull. It is beautiful into a half stop. Listen to that. It is just glorious. Honestly, I think that's about a 7.5, that one. About a 7.5. Lovely little nail, like, because there's no need to have a big one down there. There's no need. It just sits there, and if you pinch your thumb in there, get the fat of your thumb in, you can pull it out. But it's a real good pull. That's a 7.5 to nearly an 8. That is a beautiful, beautiful pull on the knife. And look at that belt satin. It's just gorgeous. And look at that beautiful bevel edge. No smiles. Beautiful bevel edged, no smile. An absolutely perfectly finished knife. Fit and finish will go around it. And it's becoming a waste of time, and it's not, because you do like to show it every time. But every time we show them, and not just me, all the knives that are shown, look at the fit and finish on that. Look where do you see a termination like that? It is just beautiful. Inside of it is just shiny and bright and clean. I dropped a little spot of oil in it when I got it, because mine has to come across the water in the plane and whatever, and it does tend to dry them out. So a tiniest little drop of oil I put in it. And look at that, the Sergeant Major stand up. Isn't that blade just beautiful? You tell me a job that blade couldn't do. As a cutting implement, that blade is perfect. It is just the perfect blade for EDC. Perfect. Yes, I'm a clip point lover, but this knife will do anything at all that you want it to do with that blade. And the retention just gives you confidence when you've got it in your hand. Complete confidence. Really is lovely. And I'm going to sort of let's just show you. Yeah, I've got this one here. This is the Big Bro. There you are, the Big Bro there. And they're virtually the same size. Oh, virtually the same size. That looks a bit off on the camera, but don't worry. That is not what it's like. And this is last month's one, which I absolutely adore. And I'm going to feel sorry taking this out of my pocket. I took this one and another Jack Wolf knife with me over to the Sharp Show here in the UK in Coventry, England. And I wanted to get it in the hands of as many people as possible because, again, over here, there isn't that many. I'm the only dealer, or not dealer. Yeah, get your cannabis from Paddy. I'm the only reviewer that gets these every month. So it was lovely to go to Sharp Show, which is a huge, big event, which you'll hear more about tonight on my podcast. We have about 6 people on the podcast tonight who were all at the Sharp Show, and we're going to give a good debrief on the Sharp Show. But I was able to put this and another one in the hands of people who had never felt one, seen one. And honestly, I wish I could tell you not. In fact, I think there was there was one who wasn't keen on them. But I think that was the price was all that put him off, and he just couldn't reconcile it with him paying that much money. But everybody else just couldn't believe the fit and finish. They couldn't believe how they felt in hand. They couldn't believe the hollow grind that was put on them. And they were so impressed to see them. That pleased me no end, because when you're giving out, these rave reviews that I give these every month, people do tend to get suspicious. So it was lovely to go over there and get, like, some of these boys were on YouTube. Most of them weren't on YouTube other than to watch and be subscribers. And to let them feel it in hand and see it was a joy to see their face. It was an absolute joy when they realised just how nice these knives are. So I was over the moon that I took them, really pleased. I had to fly them over and fly them back because of our wonderful laws, but couldn't carry knives with us, obviously, on the plane. Everybody's got them sort of laws. But so I flew them over to Slipjoint Sawyer. He brought them to the show with me, and then he took them back along with the knives I bought at the show to take back over home to Northern Ireland again. But it was a joy, and it really genuinely was, to see the smile on people's faces when they realised, they weren't waffling. This knife is just as good as it should be at that price. And that is the truth. This knife is every bit as good as it should be for the price that it is. It's not an exorbitant price for this knife. It is expensive. And if you can't afford it, there's a lot of things in life a lot of us can't afford. But if you can, it's worth the money. It really is. And I'll keep saying it every month. It's worth the money. Because the biggest fear a lot of people have is spending the money. And I'm very cognizant of that. I do not want to give people a false impression that this knife is not worth the money. I truly believe it's worth the money. In today's age and the price the way knives is going, like everything else is going up, this is just an absolutely cracking deal. Over here in the UK, they're £275. You can get them at Fraymar Knives. Frank is over there. It's a small mamas and papas shop. I'm so pleased that Frank has it. He's a lovely man. His shop is run beautifully. He will get it out to you as soon as you can. Not a problem. You can only get it, and I think it's the 18th, but I'll have to double check. It's the 16th to the 18th that they're going to be available, but I'll let you know in plenty of time. I'll come back with a full review on this. Now, I've had one before and I've done a review, but I'm going to do it again because that's the way I've got this knife, and it lets me see that the heat treatment in the rough testing that I do seems to be good. So we'll let you know anyway. So it'll be at Fraymar Knives. It's the only place in the UK. In Europe, there's about 3 or 4 dealers. But if you go onto the Jack Wolf website, you can see worldwide dealers. And they're all there listed. But in the UK, where I am, it's Fraymar Knives. And you'll be able to get it online on that Friday night, whether it's the 16th or 18th of this month, at 7 o'clock. They will go live. How beautiful. Anyhow, this is just a first look. And on first impressions, It's got me. It's completely got me. Look at that. Isn't that just... Wow. Wow, 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 wow. How you get no blade wrap. You never get blade wrap on these knives. Look at that. I'll just put my hand behind it. You would see blade wrap looking back up at you. But there is nothing. And that is one authoritative thump down. Beautifully. And this doesn't have a little pin across here. This works on this. This does not have a pin in the back of this. Let me just show you, see if I can get it. There you go. There's no pin. So there you go. A beautifully constructed knife. Yeah. Just buy it. Just buy it. Don't wait. Don't, yeah. I'll do a full review on it, but I know because I've had this model before and because I've had all the models, your fit and finish will be fantastic. It's a given. If it's not, I don't know anybody better in this world than Ben Belkin for sorting out any problems immediately and please everybody who can. He's just an amazing owner, designer, and this is his pride and joy. And getting these out to the condition he gets them out in every month takes an awful lot of work because they're made in China, shipped to the States. I mean, this is somebody's little baby he's going to hand over to you. And I know for a fact. And please do not worry about the handle, this swell center. It just melts away in your hand, gives you perfect grip on the knife. It's a joy. I'm over the moon again this month. I just love them. So there you go. That's what you're going to get this month for your dough. There we are. Mr. Jack Wolf just about to eat the young lady. You take care, everybody, and I'll see you in about a week or so after I've had a good play about with it again. Because I haven't held it for a while. It's been a year at least. So take care. Bye-bye. Paddy's gone.